I'm still traveling the main streets and back roads. This is my baby right here. This is a World War II vintage Grand Laker from eastern Maine. I take it to Maine spring and fall and float down the Penobscot River or fish the lakes of Rangeley or eastern Maine, and it's a great joy, and it's a classic old wooden boat, which I've always loved.
Driving east-west in the state of Maine isn't easy. Mostly the roads are like this one, Route 9, one lane in each direction. They call Route 9 the Airline. It was built by the Postal Service 150 years ago, and it's said that early aircraft used it to navigate down east. The Airline runs 100 miles between Bangor and the junction of Route 1 near Calais and the Canadian border. I turned the Chevy north and doubled back west to the small backwoods town of Grand Lake Stream.
I've seen Shaw walking up and down the road here. He's been in a couple of times.
We had people to meet, like storekeepers Kurt and Kathy Cressy, and Sonny Sprague, boat builder and Maine guide.
There's been a lot of tales told here. A lot of fish caught, a lot of deer shot.
I ran across Sonny on what's called the Liar's Bench in the Cressy's Pine Tree store.
Do you have a favorite lie?
Do I?
Yeah.
All my stories are lies. I don't tell the truth. The truth is not in me.
Like his father before him, Sonny builds a wooden boat called a Grand Laker, a craft invented here, named for the vast Grand Lakes above town. It's essentially a 20-foot canoe with a square stern to take an outboard.
So this is how you make them now, huh?
Yeah. This would be right off in the way the mole is down there now.
Sonny and 3 other local craftsmen, Bill Shamel here, continue to turn out Grand Lakers the old-fashioned way, bending cedar ribs and planks to a mold and covering them with canvas or fiberglass.
If I was to walk in the door and say, I want you to build me a canoe, when would I take delivery?
Year after next.
Year after next.
Maine's winter landscape is a stark world of white, numbingly cold, a challenge to the aging systems of one 1969 Chevy. Her owner is challenged by it too. Yet to those who work outdoors in winter, like the men and women of Maine's Warden Service, a 0 day here in Greenville can be downright temperate compared to places farther north.
Last Thursday morning it's 22 below here, and I'm sure at Rip Dam and Chamberlain Lake it was probably 35 below.
Pat Dorian is the lieutenant in charge of the Greenville Regional Headquarters, District D, a vast area of woodlands and lakes, some 8,000 square miles, larger than the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. Dorian has 3 sergeants and 21 district wardens to cover this huge area. There are no police officers in the backcountry. The game warden is the law. I'm going on patrol with district wardens Jared Herrick and Glenn Annis on snow-covered Moosehead Lake. We are bound for the backside of Kineo Mountain to check on ice fishermen. That's your humble reporter on the back of Jared's sled.
We've had people hide fish under the cowlings of snow sleds, in the backs. I mean, we've seen it all, but for the most part, I think people are trying to do things right.
The old Chevy with its suspect springs must be driven at a dignified pace, which is fine. Go too fast and you'd miss places like Head Tide, said by some to be the most perfectly preserved village in all of Maine. I turn south for the coast by the graceful old mansions in Bath. The 18th and 19th centuries really were the good old days here. At the tip of Hermit Island in the town of Phippsburg, something remarkable was happening. At the shop of master boat builder Rob Stevens, a Viking ship was being built, true to a 1,000-year-old design. It is the dream of Hodding Carter IV, 34-year-old son of the former State Department spokesperson.
This is not the idea that people have of a Viking ship at all. I mean, everyone thinks of like the warship and all the guys rowing and the dragon heads, and as you can see, we don't have any dragon heads.
What this is a Knarr, a Viking merchant ship, the type Leif Erikson sailed on his voyage of discovery from Greenland to North America. The plan was to ship the completed vessel by container ship to the southern coast of Greenland. Then Carter and his crew would retrace Erikson's route, some 1,900 miles, up the west coast of Greenland, across the Davis Strait to Baffin Island, then down the coast of Labrador to the northern tip of Newfoundland.
How did this all happen?
I guess it's just an overactive imagination and children's books. I had all these history books when I was little on the Vikings, on Lewis and Clark. I guess they stuck with me.
Like Leif Erikson, Harding and his crew were venturing into the unknown, an open 54-foot boat with a single square sail and 6 oars.
The whole thing is very intimidating because of the ice and the rocks up there and the fact that we don't have a motor. I had many captains say they didn't want to be captain for that reason, because we weren't going to have a motor.
It took 2 tries, but Harding Carter did complete his epic voyage in 2000. He chronicled that adventure in a book called A Viking Voyage, and the boat was then donated to the Canadian government. As for shipbuilder Rob Stevens, he's already at work on another historic project, a replica of Maine's oldest ship, the Virginia, built in 1607. When completed next year, it'll be used for excursions up and down the Kennebec River. Up next, no, the Chevy is not for sale.